Chrysos is going up against Kal-El Fox after moving from round 1. Falsify was able to beat Sharks in a 2-0 bout and is moving on to round 2 as well. Imperium was able to beat Virgo in a 2-0 matchup and is going through to round 2. Skimmel is currently 1-0 up on Clark, and Veteran is 1-0 up on Chaos. And Cloud is 1-0 up against Breaar Fox.
We are moving on to our next match. It's going to be Anthos versus Breaar. Looking like it's a Wonder Woman and a Steven universe. So this would definitely be a fun one to see. We have seen Steven universes fly through the winner's bracket in the past, so I'm always trying to see someone who is embracing the universe himself. As we get started here, though, Anthos doing what Anthos does, catching Steven in a blender on the side of the Batcave, using that card to his advantage here. Something to note is Wonder Woman's Nair is so good. You know, and it's armor breaking at that as well, so it's really good to engage, really good to follow up on combos. If you really want to keep someone like that in a blender, you just use that, or you can use the up special. It's your call, it's your world at the end of the day. Go ahead, Anthos. I'm mad at you.
Absolutely. Anthos, again, a dominant figure in our tournament, a dominant figure within this little promotion that we have here, showing why it is that they are a multi-time champion when it comes to crap media. And it seems as though there is the clone from the Steven universe that we've been waiting for. Steven is slowly building up the heat on Wonder Woman currently, but it looks like they're going to be going for an elimination. The aerial juggle from Wonder Woman, a very good use of that shield. Desperately trying to get that second stock down. Steven is able to stay alive. Now gets Wonder Woman in kill range. Has to activate the hyper armor to stay alive. There goes the clone. And now it is Anthos who's looking for the elimination as well. Both of these competitors over 100 on the heat. There is a second elimination on the Steven. Now 2 stocks down. Anthos still in a very dangerous position. But Steven needs to push themselves. They want to even up the stock count. Anthos now looking for that combo. Once again, the constant use of the axe spin to chip away at the health of Steven universe. Is going to try and use that shield to box Wonder Woman in. A very good tactic, but there is the hyper armor once again. And now putting pressure on Steven, reclaiming that edge guard. And Anthos potentially looking for another elimination. Steven able to stay alive with a very good block of their own. But the downward axe swing is going to get the first point for Anthos. They're going to be going into round 2 with a point up. And now it is Breaar who needs to really start bringing this back.
Yeah, there's three things that Anthos did in that match that in the back of my mind is thinking you gotta stay away from. It's the Nair, Sair, Air Up special. Those are just those 3 attacks you just have to stay away from, and it's so hard to do so because Wonder Woman is fast and she can recover really well also. So if you know how to use it properly, if you know how to abuse it properly, you're gonna have a good time. And that's just how Wonder Woman is played, you know. So you gotta keep an eye out for those attacks. Now, Steven universe. Oh, looks like Breaar is actually switching to Finn this time around. So looking to stay on the ground a little bit more, unless you're going for that, you know, that good offstage combo. This will be interesting to see how he adjusts. I mean, Anthos didn't use armor too often. You know, the only time he really used it was when he was, about to go off stage and he needed to recover. So maybe that might not be too much of a problem for Finn, but I'm curious to see how this whole ground attack is going to work out here.
Look upon the abyss and
This is a matchup we've seen a couple of times in the past. We do know the viciousness of Finn's sword, which it does look like he's spec'd into with the perks. But Anthos getting a very aggressive opening. Anthos knows if they can claim that edge, if they can get Finn off the stage and play defensively, that is where they're going to be at their strongest with this Wonder Woman kit. Haven't seen much use for lasso, but it isn't needed. Gets an immediate elimination. Not even 30 seconds into the matchup. Activating the hyper armor to not allow for Finn to get the early lead. And once again, going for the vertical juggle. Anthos trying to get this over with nice and quickly.
Yeah, that up special juggle is just not a game right now. I mean, using it against, and not to mention, it's not like it's a spam thing. You know, Anthos is also just, he's reading Breaar's movement well. So I mean, that's how he's able to continuously follow up. Nice spike here coming from Breaar, almost getting him to the map, but just barely misses here. Still able to get a stock on Wonder Woman. He just needs to get back on stage first, which has been a task in itself, and there is a second stock for Anthos. So I mean, at this point, you know, he's got pretty solid control, you know, of this game. Again, if you can keep Finn on the ground, he could definitely get some stake. But in this case, Anthos put the pressure on it, an accidental third stock, and that's it.